ऑफिस जा रहे हो क्या?
7:30 leaves everyone.
कौन नहीं है? लाइट कम है ना इसमें?
No, my screen is a little less bright, laptop screen.
So first we hear and then at the end we'll take shloka. Okay. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalaakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamai Dadati Shapadantikam Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Shesha Shunnavadi Paschat Deshatari Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Siddhantha Saraswati Namine Shivarshabhani Videvi Daitaya Kripadhaye Krishna Sanbandha Vijnanadaine Prabhave Namah Madhurjo Ujjala Premadha Shirupanuga Bhaktida Shigaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namastute Namaste Gauravani Shimurtaye Dinatarine Shirupanuga Viruddha Apasiddhanta Dhanta Harine 2-3 फ्लावर रख दीजिएगा हाँ पुष्पांजलि के लिए जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे त्वं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दिनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्येश्वरम् So today is the very auspicious day of disappearance day of His Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Srila Prabhupada, who is the spiritual master of Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada, our Srila Prabhupada. So many times the disciples of Srila Prabhupada asked Srila Prabhupada, Prabhupada, can you speak about your spiritual master? Many times Prabhupada's first response were that what can I speak about my spiritual master? My spiritual master is Vaikuntha man. So that was Prabhupada's immediate response. So Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur is appeared from Goloka Vrindavan, Vaikuntha, to establish the true teachings of Lord Krishna, true teachings of Lord Chaitanya. So after Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu disappeared from this material world, the pure teachings of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu got covered by many unauthorized organizations and followers. So, so they are called Sahajiyas or Apasampradaya. So these Sahajiyas and Apasampradaya, they used to wear the uh, dress of Vaishnava or apply the tilak of Vaishnava, and they used to chant the name of Krishna also, but they were involved in so many sinful activities. They used to uh, perform many sinful activities, and thus the pure teachings of Lord Chaitanya were misunderstood to the uh, uh, by the common people and especially to the educated people, were misunderstood. In other words, people used to think that those who are most uh, um, those who are most sinful people, they take up this process of Vaishnavism. So during that time, uh, so-called Vaishnavas, a pseudo Vaishnava, they uh, they chant the name of God, but they are involved in many illicit activities, and therefore people used to think that Radha Krishna Bhakti means illicit sex. So thus, still people think. So, so thus, the pure teachings of Lord Chaitanya were misunderstood. Lord Chaitanya is teaching Vairagya Vidya. Vairagya Vidya Nija Bhakti Yogam Sikharthamekam Purusha Puranam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Sariradhari Kripam Budhirjastamaham Prapadde. So the teachings of Lord Chaitanya is to become detached from uh, the false pleasure of this material world and to become attached to the Supreme Lord, Bhakti Yoga. But practically it people were completely misunderstood. So then Bhakti Vinod Thakur appeared. So so Bhakti Vinod Thakur appeared, and by reading the teachings of Lord Chaitanya, Chaitanya Charitamrita, he was completely surprised that how the teachings of Lord Chaitanya is so pure, so nectarian, uh, but that pure teachings people are misunderstood because of unqualified followers, because of unauthorized people, and therefore he understood that that um, this is the high time to uh, it is very important to uh, establish the pure teachings of Lord Chaitanya and remove uh, all the misconception, which people have. So then he himself started practicing spiritual life very seriously. He was a magistrate, district magistrate, having big family of uh, 9 children. but he started practicing and preaching Krishna consciousness vigorously. So though he was very materially qualified, but his main mission is to serve Krishna and spread the message of Lord Chaitanya. So he powerfully started preaching, writing books, writing many songs, poems. Uh, so through them, he were destroying all the misconception. And to all people, educated from educated class to common mass of people. Every night he used to go for satsang program to preach. He established Namahatta, Bhakti Vriksha, uh, classes for congregations. So he discovered, rediscovered Navadip Dham, the pastime places of Lord Chaitanya. So throughout the day, you are completely busy and used to take very little time for rest, 2 3 hours. That was his schedule, even he was a grihastha. So, a very exemplary devotee, Bhakti Thakur. So that time, because so many things need to be done for the Lord, he was he, he was feeling the need of assistance, and then he was praying to Lord. He was praying to the Lord that please send some of your associate, some of your associate, so that uh, so that your work, your mission can be established. So that time Bhaktivinoda Thakur were there in Puri, and he was the magistrate of Puri. And because he was powerful devotee, he also became the main person of Puri temple. So so he was praying every day to Lord Jagannath, so that he have given some good assistance, capable assistant who can help him and continue the mission, the legacy. So during that time, during that time, Bhaktivinoda Thakur wife was she was pregnant, and uh, after some days, uh, she gave birth a child, a beautiful child. And when the child was born, the umbilical cord समझते ना, navel to mother's body, umbilical cord. So the child umbilical cord uh, uh, mm, uh, covering the body of the child in such a way it was looking like a Brahman thread. Brahman thread समझते हैं? Brahman thread. Janayu. So it's looking like a Janayu. So uh, and the child was manifesting all the symptom of a great personality. The great personality have some symptom in their body. By seeing, you can understand. If you know the symptom and manifesting in the body, a symptom of a great personality. So there are many. We don't have time to explain all this. So people, the family member could because they're already from spiritual background, they can understand this is not an ordinary child. Uh, so um, so later during Rath Yatra time, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he was he was um, he was for his work outside of home. So Rath was going from Jagannath temple to Gundicha, and between there is a road called Baradand. इसमें रथ होता है बहुत बड़ा बरदान. So Rath was going, and Bhaktivinoda Thakur home was between Jagannath Mandir and Gundicha Mandir. बीच में आता है. That is actually the home of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Yeah, in that place, uh, this temple came up later. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur disciples, they made temple. So the Rath got stuck and not able to move. So long time passed, but Rath is not going. Uh, then the king called the elephant. The elephant started pulling the Rath, but still Rath is not moving. So the news went to Bhaktivinoda Thakur's wife that Lord Jagannath Rath got stuck here. And then she took the opportunity to bring her son and get the blessings. So as soon as Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, the small child, mother brought the small child in front of Lord Jagannath, the big garland of Lord Jagannath fell off on the body of the child. And all the pandas says, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. All the pandas says that this child is not a ordinary child. So Lord Jagannath blessed this child. Must be very special child. And this person, this child, will become a great devotee of Lord Jagannath. And he will spread, they predicted, they spread uh, Lord Jagannath mercy all over the world. So when Bhaktivinoda Thakur came back to home, he heard all the things what happened. So as soon as Bhaktivinoda Thakur heard, immediately uh, he can recognize, immediately he can recollect that he was praying to the Lord that please, oh my Lord, you please send some of your associates. Please, who can assist me to fulfill your mission. So immediately, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Bhakti Vinod Thakur can recognize that this must be that same son, same Lord has sent. So then he can understand that. Uh, that Lord have sent the assistance. Lord have sent His associate. So, so that is the position of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. That is the position of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati. He is not an ordinary person. He's from Vaikuntha, appear from the spiritual world. So, will Bhakti Vinod Thakur personally trained Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Srila Prabhupada. So Bhakti Vinod Thakur is ideal householder, uh, and he made his son ideal sannyasi. So, so this is uh, Vedic culture. Uh, so Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur was lifelong celibate. No mistake in celibacy. Lifelong celibate. Very inspiring character. And today we are seeing this voice. It was inaugurated by Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur even before Srila Prabhupada. There is a song written by Srila Prabhupada, Londonete Chhatrabas Koribare Chao. Hmm. Next line, Londonete Chhatrabas Koribare Chao. Londonete Chhatrabas Koribare Chao. পরিপাটি তাতে হয় সে কথা বুঝাও. So nobody can understand that how in London there will be like uh, like uh, place for spiritual practice for the student. Uh, Nobody can understand. So and how it should be done, nobody can understand. But Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur is a revolutionary guru. Revolutionary guru. The culture was one should not cross the ocean. Culture, especially for sadhus. Sadhus should not cross the ocean. Materialistic people will go for material pleasure across the ocean. Why sadhu will go? Nobody can understand. And Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he break all different rituals and culture uh, to create revolution, in in the uh, in the uh, in the dying ignorant society. Uh, so the whole world is going in darker region of ignorance, thinking that sense gratification is the goal of my life. So such ignorant society, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur create revolution by the teachings of Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita. So Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur is to say that this Srimad Bhagavatam can, quoting the verse of Bhagavatam, is to say that these teachings of Srimad Bhagavatam can create a great revolution. Tadva Vishargo Janatagha Viplabo. Viplabo means revolution. It can bring revolution in the life of sinful people. Janatagho. Agho means sin. Janata means public. Tadva Vishargo Janatagha Viplabo. Jasmin Prati Shlokam Abuddhamati Api. So every verse of Srimad Bhagavatam is so potent, it can bring revolution to the sinful people of this world. So, uh, so thus, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, uh, he actually the pioneer of this voice. If you go to Ujjain, the voice name is uh, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Chhatravas. क्या बोलते हैं बी 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 एस टी सी एस ऐसा कुछ भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर का छात्रावास. So he opened this setup so that youths they don't just get materially educated and become slave of Britishers. Today's youths they are getting educated and becoming slave of big companies, foreign companies. So the purpose of whole education system is to become a slave. This British education made us slave. and we are very proud to become a slave. ब्रिटिश जमाना में लोगों को खरीदा जाता था, कृतदास, हम लोग हिस्ट्री बुक में पढ़े हैं, पढ़ा है ना, कृतदास, 10 रुपया से आपको खरीद लेगा और पूरे जीवन आप उनका गुलाम बन जाओ। अभी तो हमें सिखाया जाता है कैसे सिस्टमेटिकली आप गुलाम बन सकते हैं, एजुकेटेड कृतदास। So for our livelihood, we may get education and get some job, but we should not be sold out. We should not give our head, give our heart. This material education system have such tricky policy. If you are only materially educated without spiritual education, you are, that's a trick. You will become a slave. Slave of senses, slave of Maya, slave of bad habits, slave of foolishness, slave of Britishers, uh, foreign companies. So don't become a slave. Hare Krishna. So become a leader. Become a Brahmana. Brahmana is a leader. ब्राह्मणा मतलब नहीं कि पैता रहने से, पूजा करने से ब्राह्मण होता है। हम लोगों को ब्राह्मण के बारे में वही धारणा है। So so preach, understand this most ancient wisdom uh, of Bhagavad Gita, the scripture. Understand your eternal position. Understand the purpose of human form of life. So, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur have many important teachings. So, we'll discuss some of them. See here one point in this connection, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur is saying that इधर बोल रहा है, maintain your worldly obligation in whatever way you can, but make the eternal principle, devotion to Krishna, the true purpose of your life. हरे कृष्णा प्रभु, इंद्र से खड़े हो जाओ. Maintain your worldly obligation in whatever way you can. Now the modern education has teachings, your worldly obligation is your main purpose of life. Thus we are becoming educated slave. एजुकेटेड हो जाएंगे तो क्या होगा, और अच्छे से स्लेवरी कर सकेंगे ना, अच्छे से उनका काम कर सकेंगे, जो भी उनका जरूरत होगा। जितने भी फॉरेन कंपनीज ज्यादातर इंडियंस हैं, एजुकेटेड इंडियंस। Maintain your worldly obligation in whatever way you can, but make eternal principle, devotion to Krishna, the true purpose of your voyage through life. That actually is the is the is the spirit of voice. So what is the spirit of voice? Spirit of voice, that you become doctor, engineer, businessman, whatever, no issue, no problem. Become a good devotee. So that is why morning we have for Krishna, and whole day you have for studies. So thus we understand we don't lose the goal of life and become a slave. Very important. Then Bhakti Thakur, number 2, remember that this world is temporary and last only a day or two. Give up your attachment and transcend this world of illusion. Now, today's world, all the uh, like education and um, social media, advertisements, uh, and then family relationship, means focusing us that you enjoy, uh, you become materially successful, and if you become materially successful, then you have big bungalow, car, beautiful wife, uh, and many facility to enjoy, uh, and thus your problem is solved. That is that only taught from our childhood, our parents and the society and education system. Education, the purpose of education system is not to learn the truth, learn the purpose of life. That is actually the purpose of education, but that is not taught. What is the motto of education system? Economical development. And what is the purpose of economical development? Sense gratification. But what is the purpose of knowledge and life? Self realization. Complete opposite. That's what Bhakti Siddhantha Thakur is a revolutionary guru. He's saying, remember that this world is temporary, last only for day or two, एक दो दिन के लिए. That's what, give up your false attachments for the temporary things. Transcend, इससे परे जाइए. Transcend this world of illusion. इसके परे, इस अनित्य भौतिक द्वंद्वमय दुख भरी जगत के परे आपका शाश्वत, क्या कहते हैं, आपका शाश्वत अस्तित्व है. ट्रांसेंड फ्रॉम दिस वर्ल्ड ऑफ इल्यूजन, जो हमें इल्यूजन, अलग अलग प्रकार के माया के जाल के द्वारा हमें इस भौतिक संसार में भौतिक भोगों के पीछे फंसाया जा रहा है. करोड़ों जन्मों से हम लोग फंसे हुए हैं. डोंट बी फूल, इसके परे जाइए. इसके परे हमारे शाश्वत आइडेंटिफिकेशन है. We have our eternal identification. जीवेर स्वरूप है कृष्ण नित्य दास. And there is the eternal world, spiritual world, which is full of happiness, the true happiness. So So you have to remember this always. That's what he's saying. Remember that this world is temporary and last only. If we don't understand, then what we'll do? What we'll do? Keep running after false sense gratification, running after mirage. Then Bhakti Thakur says another important point. Let hundreds of dangers, insult, or persecution comes, but in spite of them, do not give up your worship of Krishna. So when you will be practicing Krishna consciousness in the material world is a jail. People came in this material world to live without God. And therefore, when you will be practicing Krishna consciousness, most of the people is going to say opposite of that only. Most of the people are going to discourage you only. But if you are not aware of the situation of the people of the material world, you will be discouraged. Oh, how can I practice Krishna consciousness? He is saying this, he is saying that. Uh, but you have to understand the people are in the material world, they are in illusion. And therefore, they are going to speak nonsense. They are going to speak something wrong. So, therefore, if you are not aware of that, clear about that, then you may be discouraged or you may be give up your spiritual life. That's what Bhakti Siddhantha Thakur is saying. Let hundreds of danger, insult, or persecution come. It may come or it's going to come. कौन किनके जीवन में नहीं आया बोलिए? पांडवों के जीवन में, प्रहलाद महाराज के जीवन में, सीता महारानी के जीवन में. Material world is like that. Now, these devotees are teaching by their own example. Prahlad, Pandavas, uh, Prabhupada teaching by their own example. Whatever comes, do not give up. Do not give up your worship of Krishna. Do not give up your spiritual practice. Because that is the only solution. That is the only success. That is the only thing can help you to cross the ocean of birth and death. Permanent success. Therefore, whatever comes, do not give up your Krishna consciousness. Number 4. When you see that most people are indifferent to Krishna and show no interest in selfless service to Krishna and in talks about him, don't be discouraged. First of all, never give up your bhajan, your life and soul. So Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur wanted to say that our bhajan means our spiritual practice, our sadhana is our life and soul, should be our life and soul. Because that is our relationship with Krishna. That is going to make our relationship, re-establish our relationship with Krishna, our sadhana, our spiritual practice. And therefore, if I have understood the goal of life properly, if I have understood the goal of my life properly, then my spiritual practice should be most important of my life. And therefore, it should not be given up. Uh, it should not be given up in any circumstances. It should not be, one should not be discouraged by anybody of this world. Anybody of this world. So, Krishna speaks in Bhagavad Gita, Manushanam Sahasreshu Koschit Jatati Siddhaye. Out of thousands and millions of people, one person try for God realization. Manushanam Sahasreshu Koschit Jatati Siddhaye. Jatatam api siddhyanam, हजार हजार व्यक्तियों में एक जन सिद्धि प्राप्त करने के लिए प्रयास करते हैं. ऐसे हजार हजार व्यक्ति जो लोग सिद्धि प्राप्त करने के लिए प्रयास कर रहे हैं, एक जन मेरे को जान सकते हैं. जतताम अपि सिद्ध्यानाम क्वचिन मांग वेत्ति तत्वता. So therefore Krishna consciousness is very very rare. You go in the market, there is a different shops are there. लोहे का, क्या कहते हैं, स्टील का, अभी तो सब जगह में प्लास्टिक आ गया. तो सोना का बात भूल ही जाइए. अभी कोई वुडन फर्नीचर दिखता ही नहीं, सब कुछ प्लास्टिक हो गया है. हम लोग जब छोटे थे तो प्लास्टिक देखा ही नहीं था. मुस्लिम लोग प्लास्टिक यूज करते थे. हमारे घर के बाजू में एक मुसलमान व्यक्ति था. हमने जब उनके घर में जाते थे, उनके घर में देखा था प्लास्टिक का लोटा. देख के कैसा लगता था. हाँ. अभी सब लोग मुसलमान बन जा रहे हैं. मुसलमान केवल नाम से नहीं होता है, हैबिट से होता है. कैसा लाइफ लीड करते उसके ऊपर होता है, क्या खाते हैं उसके ऊपर होता है. मुंह से बोलते हैं हम लोग हिंदू है और जी रहा है मुस्लिम के जैसा. मुंह से बोलते हैं हम लोग इंडियन है, जी रहा है ब्रिटिश के जैसा. तो कलियुग सब दिखावटी है, बाहर से, सब कुछ बाहर से. So Prabhupada is Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur teaching us how to live internally. And if you don't learn to eat internally, then your life is going to be miserable. Because external platform there will be always changes. External platform there will be always problems. Labh, nuksan, joy, parajay, man, apaman, happiness, distress. Therefore, we have to learn to live with the principles. That is called training. Why voice life is important? Because it gives us training. Without the training, you will be externally very pakka. दिखने में बहुत फिटफाट, बहुत डिग्री भी है, लेकिन अंदर में कुछ नहीं है, खोखला. So, so that's what Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur is saying. But this material world is like that. So when you see that most people are indifferent to Krishna or Krishna consciousness, show no interest in selfless service to Krishna. Even sometimes people come for for temple or voice for some material gain. जैसे हम लोगों ने अभी पॉजिटिव थिंकर कोर्स चालू किया है, तो इसमें दो दो चीज दिया है, स्पिरिचुअल ट्रेनिंग एंड टेक्निकल ट्रेनिंग. सम पीपल may come only for technical training. वो तो अटेंडेंस देके चला जाऊंगा बस. So may come for material purpose only. So people may not show the interest of selfless service to Krishna and in talk about him, but don't be discouraged. This was the instruction before Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur leave this world. जाने से पहले कुछ इम्पोर्टेंट, भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर की इंस्ट्रक्शन बहुत पावरफुल इंस्ट्रक्शन है, बहुत सारा है, हिला देगा आपको. इसलिए इज a lion guru. I'll take 5-10 minutes later যেতে পারো কোনো অসুবিধা নেই স্টাডি then Bhakti Sanskrit more one more why would you accept poverty of life without hearing and chanting about Krishna, your soul wealth? So today's world, people are running after material wealth and they're fully busy. कल मैं जा रहा था प्रोग्राम में डॉक्टर पू के घर में तो एक आदमी पूछ रहा था कि प्रभु जी आप कहाँ जा रहे हैं प्रोग्राम है क्या बोले हाँ प्रोग्राम है तो तो उन्होंने पूछा कि कब कहाँ पर कितने बजे से है मैं बोला इतने बजे से इतने बजे और ये साप्ताहिक प्रोग्राम है आप तो इधर ही रहते हैं आ सकते हैं आप अच्छा लगेगा हफ्ते में बस केवल 2 घंटा के लिए बोले टाइम ही नहीं है हफ्ते में 2 घंटा टाइम ही नहीं है तो इसका मतलब है कि people are so busy that they do not have time for spiritual practice. Why they are busy? For lot of sense gratification. So, so they think that I'll earn lot of money, I'll become rich, and I'll enjoy life. And here Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur says that why would you accept poverty of life without hearing and chanting? That means if you have lot of money, lot of material wealth, but if you do not have the privilege of practicing spiritual life, chanting and hearing, then you are actually a poor. You are actually a poor fellow. So real wealth is chanting and hearing. जैसे हम लोग सुना है there is a two bank account, spiritual bank account and material bank account. And when you die, you have to keep all your material bank account here in the material world. It will not be carry forward. Suppose you have 10 lakh rupees in your bank account and you are going to be shifted to America. Then what you have to do? You have to exchange the money. Indian currency to American dollar. Correct? Otherwise if it is not getting converted, it is no use, it's a paper. Indian money is a paper in America. It has to be exchanged. Otherwise, nowhere. Similarly, whatever karma you do in this material world, hard work you do in the material world, material success, material wealth, uh, it is not going to it is not going to be exchanged at the border of spiritual world. एक फोटो देखा था एक आदमी बॉर्डर पे खड़ा है और उधर जमदूत तो खड़े हैं वो बहुत इकट्ठा करके लाया है बोले तो जाएगा नहीं छोड़ के आना पड़ेगा सब उसने फेंक दिया so so therefore why Bhakti Sanskrit why would you accept the poverty of life without hearing and chanting जब हम लोग लाइफ में आगे बढ़ते बहुत समय ये सब सिचुएशन आएगा Are you want do would you like to take uh, material wealth or spiritual wealth? जैसे आपको जॉब लगेगा आगे चल के, तो आपको ऑप्शन आ सकता है, ऐसा ऐसा सिचुएशन आ सकता है। जैसे हमारे बॉयज के डिवोटी से मैं शायनपुर से बात कर रहा था बहुत बार, सो ही वाज, उनका काउंसलिंग हो रहा था, so he was getting many options. So I was constantly saying him, go somewhere where you have association of devotees, either voice or ISKCON. Go some city or some wherever. I was constantly saying to him. He is also sincere, but it not easy to get always, especially for him. But I was constantly telling him, so go somewhere or try to stay in Kolkata. Try to stay. I was giving a lot of emphasis. Try to get the job uh, near Kolkata so that you can stay in voice. So by Krishna's mercy, he got selected also, and he got in Kolkata. Now there is another challenge where he got job. The system is for that particular hospital, he has to stay there only. It's a common rule, or only for that particular hospital. Because it's Ramakrishna Mission Hospital. Other hospitals do not have such rule. So now it's another challenge. Now he has to overcome that also, so that he can stay full time in voice. So this situation will come when you are going to get job. Somewhere, suppose you are getting job 5 lakh package or 8 lakh package, 10 lakh package. Somewhere there is no association of devotees, and then we are getting some another package which is lesser than that, but where you will get association of devotees. In that, what you choose, that will determine are you poor or rich. Correct? So, so people, they don't practice spiritual life in the morning and they go out for earning money. कृष्ण इज लक्ष्मीपति, सारा लक्ष्मी उनके पास है, सब लोग लक्ष्मी के पीछे भागते हैं और लक्ष्मी नारायण के पीछे भागते हैं. So people, they don't spend their time for spiritual practice, especially in the morning. Uh, and that's from morning only they start begging like a animal life. That's what, when your morning time you're not practicing spiritual life, you're poor. एक्सेप्शनल सिचुएशन हो सकता है, कभी आपके हेल्थ इश्यूज हैं या कुछ है, लेट बहुत सोया है बिकॉज ऑफ सम जेन्युइन रीजन, बट मॉर्निंग टाइम, if your morning time you are practicing Krishna consciousness very seriously, morning program is strong, you are rich, and whole day will be surcharged with positivity, with determination, with clarity of life. So our hard work, our, क्या कहते हैं इंग्लिश में एक प्रवोक है, energy force for energy flows where intent goes. So success does not come by physical hard work. Success comes by where you are giving your intention, which purpose you are working for. And that energy flows in that direction. Correct. So therefore, in morning time we are spiritually dull, we are sleeping, and we don't have clarity about life. Then whole day we will be working hard for wrong direction. We'll be increasing our attachment. We'll be increasing our our uh, uh, desire to sense gratification. So devotee does not neglectful to their responsibilities or duties, but they have clarity in life. They know what is the purpose of life. And in Krishna consciousness, they perform their duties. Krishna consciousness, they perform their duties. So, so that is Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur's teachings. Why would you accept the poverty of life? इसको ना प्रिंट आउट निकाल के बोर्ड में लगा दो. Please always chant the holy name of the Lord, being humbler than the blade of grass, more tolerant than a tree. Give all respect to others and demand none for yourself. Make the worship of holy name the most important aspect of your devotional life. Make the worship of holy name the most important aspect of your devotional life. That's what, like, we have many posters in voice. They say glorifying the holy name. Why? Why this poster has been put in the wall? Why not other poster? To give emphasis, chant seriously. Chanting is the most important activity. इधर देखिए पोस्टर लगा हुआ है. क्या लिखा है? गोइंग ऊपर उधर 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 बताओ. ऊपर ऊपर वाला समझ में नहीं आ रहा है उनको. ये तो ऊपर हाँ इंग्लिश में दो. अच्छा वो हटा दिया है. उसके नीचे वो वाला है जिसमें एयरप्लेन का फोटो लगा हुआ था. क्या लिखा था उसमें? Chanting means your passport to go back home. Yes. So your 16 round is your ticket going back to Godhead. और ऊपर में क्या लिखा था? 99%. 90% involvement depends solely on chanting. 99%. 90%. 99% of our spiritual advancement depends on the chanting of the holy name of the Lord. Just like material plane take off by petrol, a spiritual plane will take off. Your spiritual journey will take off when you sincerely chant the holy name of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Okay, I'll talk two more. What is pilgrimage? Bhakti Saraswati could say. तीर्थ क्या है? Every spot on the earth where discourses on God are held is a place of pilgrimage. So voice is a रिवोल. कौन सा तीर्थ है? इधर हरि कथा होता है. क्यों? क्योंकि भगवान विष्णु नारद मुनि को कहते हैं कि नारद मैं वैकुंठ में नहीं रहता हूं, योगियों के हृदय में भी नहीं रहता हूं. मद भक्त मिस করলেন भक्ति संस्कृत ठाकुরের शिक्षा. मद भक्त जत्र गायंती तत्र तिष्ठामि नारदा. हे नारद मुनि, जिधर मेरे भक्त लोग मेरी गुणगान करते हैं मैं उधर रहता हूं. तो इसलिए भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर की शिक्षा है इस पृथ्वी में जहां जहां हरि कथा होता है शुद्ध भक्ति के द्वारा वो ही तीर्थ स्थान है. Then we are put to test and trials in this world. Only those who attend kirtana of the devotees can succeed. जब इस भौतिक जगत में रहेंगे हमारे जीवन में अलग अलग प्रकार की परीक्षा, अलग अलग प्रकार के ट्रायल्स को क्या कहते हैं, टेस्ट एंड ट्रायल्स आता है. Only those who attend the kirtana of the devotees. मतलब I'm a little doubtful about the meaning. Only those who attend the kirtana of the devotees can succeed. कीर्तन ऑफ डिवोटीज कहाँ है? मतलब जो भक्तों की गुणगान करते हैं वही सफल होते हैं. Many times we criticize devotees. Maybe in the association of devotees are practicing Krishna consciousness, but we are criticizing devotees, we are finding faults in devotees. So when we find faults in devotees, criticize the devotees, our spiritual credit goes down. Suppose आपने आपने इतना पॉजिटिव चीज किया और उसके साथ इतना नेगेटिव भी किया, ठीक है, प्लस माइनस होके माइनस हो सकता है. इसलिए अगर हम लोग को सफल होना है जीवन में या भक्ति के मार्ग में, तो हमें वैष्णव की गुणगान करना चाहिए. लास्ट है, ठीक है, लास्ट टू. There is no peace and happiness in our worldly life. Circumstances create turmoil and annoyance. Material world में different circumstances होता है, revolve, जागो, and different challenges होता है, and it creates turmoil and annoyance. Everybody have experience, correct? Nobody thought that will come, but it comes automatically because it's material world. It created such a way. We have so many karma, bag of karma. So what is the solution? That is why material world there is no peace and happiness. So what is the solution? Solution is chant Mahamantra loudly with attachment. Chant Mahamantra loudly with attachment. This will drive away. This will drive away all inertia, worldly evils, and problems. When you chant loudly, then all the difficulties or all the turmoil which is coming due to your past life karma, which will be drive away. Many times difficulties are coming, challenges are coming due to our urges of the senses, different urges of the senses. So urges of the senses are pushing you to perform sinful activities, or you have done sinful activity past and that reaction is coming. कितना बार बोल रहा हूँ, थोड़ा
Your past life will go away.
the turmoils we are facing, because of we are in the material world. ठीक है, material world is like an ocean. ओशन में हमेशा क्या होगा, वेव्स आएगा, करंट्स आएगा. तो material world is like that. अलग अलग प्रकार के समस्या, कुछ भी नहीं भी है फिर भी समस्या रहेगा. ये फर्स्ट पॉइंट. सेकेंड पॉइंट इज that we have our past life karma, ठीक है, and the reactions are coming little. We don't know. जब मैच्योर होगा, जैसे so especially for the non devotees, and then Many times our urges of the sense are pushing you to again do the sinful activities, perform sinful activities. So people, non-devotees are done before also and doing now also. Uh, so those reaction is creating the turmoil, problems, difficulties, uh, and material already is a difficult place. So now we came in Krishna consciousness. We are a sadhaka devotee. We are not a pure devotee. Pure devotees have no problem. They are because they are perfect driver of boat. कितना भी तूफान हो चले जाएंगे क्रॉस करके. But we are a new devotee or practicing devotee. So what? How we can deal with the situation? That Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur is saying. What he is saying? Chant Mahamantra loudly with attachment. This will drive away the inertia, worldly evils, and the problems. Pests. So when we chant loudly, uh, there is two way of chanting. खड़े हो जाओ. There is two way of chanting. One is we chant in the morning for ourselves with attachment. Chant with attachment. Chant with devotion. Chant with sincerity. Chant with quality. Chant to re-establish your relationship with Krishna. Chant with your heart. Chant with your full, your everything. Give your 100% in your chanting. And we should be attached to chanting. We should like to chant. We should love to chant. So that is one chanting which is called japa. Another chanting is called kirtan. And what is that kirtan? Preaching. Preaching, sankirtan, book distribution, preaching to the students is called kirtan. So kirtan not just we are doing mangalarti, that is kirtan. Kirtan means there is three type of kirtan: nama kirtan, guna kirtan, lila kirtan. So when you explain somebody about Krishna, when you explain somebody about the course of Bhagavad Gita, it's kirtan. So therefore, when we do japa nicely subah or morning, and same time you are doing some preaching activity also, that will be very much pleasing to Radha Govindji and Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Srila Prabhupada. So when you sincerely chant enthusiastically, that also one point. Enthusiastically. Loud chanting means Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Loud chanting. Hare- Without enthusiasm, there is no loud chanting. So when you loudly, courageously take shelter, maybe you have some challenges, maybe you are facing some difficulty, but you are courageous. Soldier has to be courageous to fight against Maya. Courageous. You have to understand that Krishna is the supreme protector, and with that faith, call out Krishna's name. Draupadi, Gajendra, call out Krishna's name. And what problem and reaction of sin can come in front of Krishna? All Krishna Bhakti is like a lion, and when a lion comes out from the cave, all animals, creatures run away. Similarly, when Krishna's consciousness will be awakened in your heart, all the reaction of sin or sinful tendency will fly away. That is Bhakti Siddhantha Thakur is trying to say. Chant the holy name loudly with attachment. This will drive away inertia, worldly evils, and pests. So therefore, give uh, more focus. See, in our voice, we have very nicely made the sadhana card, guideline of Radhesham Prabhu. So we have your study hours, then you have college hours, and your small services, and you have your sadhana. So you do your chanting very nicely, morning program very nicely, and during study hours study nicely, and do some preaching service. So preaching is kirtana, systematically propagating, broadcasting. Prabhupada used this word, broadcasting, systematically broadcasting Krishna consciousness. So Prabhupada said books are the basis. So you have to study books. Then purity is the force. The success of preaching depends on purity. And how purity will come? By sadhana, good sadhana, and following the four regulative principles. Then your preaching will be very effective. Books are the basis, purity is the force, then preaching is the essence. If there is no preaching is going on, uh, if there is no preaching is going on, then we are dead body. Hare Krishna. There is one very powerful statement of Bhakti Siddhantha Thakur. Do you like to hear? Pran ache jar sehetu prachar. Person who have life uh, should preach. That means, in other words, if you are not preaching, that means you are dead. That means you have no Krishna consciousness. Person who have Krishna consciousness, naturally he will preach. So therefore, keep a nice schedule, balanced schedule of your life. That your sadhana is going on nicely, your uh, studies are going on nicely. That is also your seva, doing good study. उसमें देखो लिखा हुआ है Prabhupada ji. So do your study very nicely so that by your study also you can preach. If you have good marks, boys will be attracted to you, and then you say, by Krishna consciousness, I have uh, I have improved my studies. Like yesterday, I was talking with Nayan Prabhu. So many times he have told me this point. So his father is not allowing him to stay in voice, but he's again and again telling, because ISKCON only I have improved my studies. मेरा attention, मेरा focus, अभी इस साल उसका result और अच्छा हो गया. He's constantly he's talking with his father. Maybe आप सब लोग प्रार्थना करिए. Very good boy. Please pray for him so that he can come and stay here. Voice. His home in Kolkata only, not so far from Tollygunj. Not so easy to get permission. But he has very sincere desire, very good devotee. So please pray for him. So, so study nicely, and then preach Krishna consciousness according to your capacity. So that will going to remove uh, all the problems, difficulties. So don't be fearful when the difficulties or challenges are there, uh, or uh, some some evils are there. Don't be fearful. Take shelter of Krishna. Take shelter of holy name. Loudly chant, because problem will be there. Now, what is our part? Our part is take shelter of Krishna. Like the devotees of Vrindavan, different demons used to attack, different problems used to come. But what is they used to do? They take shelter of Krishna. जब हम छोटे उम्र में जब छोटे थे जब हम लोग कुछ कुछ चीजों में डर जाते थे या कुछ कठिनाई आ जाता हम लोग क्या करते थे दौड़ के मम्मी पापा करके चले जाते थे और क्या होता था मम्मी पापा हमें रक्षा करते थे नाउ कृष्ण इज आवर ओरिजिनल फादर Radharani is our original mother and if we do like that then they will protect us. Okay, thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki Sri Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Srila Prabhupada ki. So in this auspicious day, uh, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, when he was departing from this world, what was his mood? Today is his disappearance day. He was saying that it's better to die in the battlefield. Better to die. Same mood Srila Prabhupada have. गुरु जिस प्रकार गुरु वैसा जैसा बाप वैसा बेटा. So better to die in the battlefield, that is glorious death, than dying in ignorance, crying for material things. That's what Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur he thought dying in the preaching field. So Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur left his body in Kolkata in Bagh Bajar Gauriya Math. So he did not went to Mayapur. So his divine body was taken to Mayapur later, and then the samadhi was built in Mayapur. But he's left his body in Kolkata. So that should be like our attitude. When you are when you are when you are living for Krishna, uh, when you are dying for Krishna, when you are living for Krishna, you are with Krishna. Understand? So you are with Krishna. When you are dying, when you are serving Krishna, and by serving Krishna you left his body, then where you will go? कृष्ण की सेवा करते करते अगर आपका मृत्यु हो जाता है कहाँ जाओगे? इसलिए हमें समझना है कि कृष्ण की सेवा में ही हमारी सुरक्षा है. मृत्यु भी हो जाएंगे तो कृष्ण के पास चले जाएंगे, नहीं तो अलग से हम लोग अपने आप को सुरक्षित रखने के लिए प्रयास करेंगे तो माया में फंसने का चांसेस है. कंफर्ट जोन में जाएंगे तो माया का चांसेस. थोड़ा कष्ट भी होगा तो कृष्ण कॉन्शियसनेस. हम लोग सोचते नहीं इधर इतना डिसिप्लिन रूटीन है, इतना एकदम पैक्ड अप शेड्यूल है, ये नहीं कर सकते वो नहीं कर सकते, थोड़ा आराम करना है हमें, तो बाहर रहता हूँ जाके वॉइस में नहीं. मन ऐसा बोलेगा बहुत बार और जाओगे तो माया खरी है उधर. आ जाओ बेटा, स्वागत है आपको. अभी आपको हम भोजन बनाएंगे. आपको हम ब्रेकफास्ट बनाएंगे. So don't become the breakfast of Maya. Be Krishna's servant. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Srila Prabhupada ki.